In the 18th century, Paris was the center of aristocratic life, where intrigues, scandals, and love dramas became part of social conversations. However, even among the many captivating stories, this duel left an indelible mark on the memory of contemporaries. In the morning air of the Bois de Boulogne, a gunshot rang out, initially attracting little attention. Duels were a common occurrence among the nobility, and the sound of gunfire caused no excitement. However, as bystanders approached, they were met with an astonishing sight. Two noblewomen, almost bare-chested, standing opposite each other with pistols in hand. This was not merely a fight for honor. It was a battle for the love of the Duke of Richelieu. Louis-François Armande Duplessis, Duke de Richelieu, was not only a distinguished military leader, but also a true heartbreaker. His natural charm, sharp mind, and innate sense of style made him irresistible in the eyes of women. In his youth, his unbridled passion drove his father to despair, and in an attempt to quell his son's ardor, he sent him to the Bastille. However, imprisonment did not cool his desires. Instead, it only added to the aura of mystery that surrounded his name. Soon, he became known as one of the most cunning seducers in France. Among the many admirers of the Duke, two women stood out, Viscountess de Polignac and Marquise de Nesle. The Viscountess was hopelessly in love with Richelieu, enduring all his betrayals in the hope that one day he would remain only with her. She forgave him everything, turning a blind eye to his constant affairs because he always returned. However, the situation changed when a new love interest appeared on the horizon. Armande Félicité de la Porte Mazarin, Marquise de Nesle. This woman was not just another of Richelieu's passions, she was the Viscountess's cousin. Their family ties did not prevent them from becoming rivals in the fight for the heart of the same man. When the Duke once again left the Viscountess for his new chosen one, she felt she was losing him forever. Her despair reached its limit, and she decided to take a drastic step. She challenged the Marquise to a duel. This challenge was unusual not only because of its participants, but also because of the chosen weapon. The ladies agreed to fight with pistols, making the battle far more dangerous. Such a challenge violated all notions of feminine dignity and acceptable behavior among the aristocracy. Although women were not forbidden to participate in duels at the time, combat between ladies remained a great rarity. For the Viscountess, the duel was the only way to prove her right to Richelieu's love and free herself from agonizing jealousy, while for the Marquise, it was an opportunity to defend her passion without surrender. Their confrontation shook Parisian society, and conversations in the salons did not cease about the impending duel. On the day of the duel, the rivals met in the Bois de Boulogne. Due to the restrictions imposed by their clothing, they were forced to strip down to their undergarments. Standing face to face, they prepared to determine the fate of their love for Richelieu with a single shot. The object of their passion, however, was entirely indifferent to the event. Upon hearing about the upcoming fight, he merely recorded in his memoirs, "I have been informed that they will fight in the Bois de Boulogne with pistols to determine to whom I belong." Gunshots rang out, and within moments, one of the duelists fell to the ground. The Marquise de Nesle was wounded and bleeding. Onlookers rushed to her, asking whether it was truly worth risking so much for this man's love. Despite her pain and injury, she continued to defend her feelings. "All women fall into his trap, but I hope that with this I have proven my love and can claim his heart in full," she weakly whispered. After the duel, rumors spread among the nobility about its unusual details. Many marveled at how two noblewomen had agreed to such a risky act. Some claimed that the pistols had been loaded with non-lethal rounds to avoid a fatal outcome. However, historians have found no evidence to support this version. Shocked spectators discussed the incident for a long time, and even years later, the duel between the Viscountess and the Marquise remained a symbol of how far female jealousy could go. It was said that after recovering, the Marquise de Nesle avoided social gatherings and retired to her estate, where she spent the rest of her life in solitude, unwilling to participate in such intrigues again. However, fate had other plans. The Viscountess celebrated her victory, believing her revenge was complete, while the Marquise hoped that her sacrifice would soften Richelieu's heart. She believed that the wound she received and the blood she shed would serve as proof of her boundless love, capable of awakening genuine affection in him. Meanwhile, the Viscountess, convinced of her power over her rival, hoped the Duke would return to her, realizing who truly deserved his attention. But neither foresaw the most important thing. While they spilled blood in his name, the Duke had already found a new love. He showed neither sympathy nor gratitude to either woman for whom this duel had been fought. Moreover, rumors soon spread in high society that Richelieu even laughed about the affair, recounting it to his friends over a glass of wine. His heart remained as fickle as ever, and the fates of the women who fought over him became nothing more than a fleeting episode in his memory. Their sacrifices were in vain, and the passion that had driven them to extremes ultimately brought them only disappointment. These stories serve as a cautionary tale that men for whom women are willing to risk their lives are not always worthy of such sacrifices. Subscribe to our channel, leave your comments in the comments, and see you in the next story.